Celininda, my princess, it's unbelievable that you left us so soon, at only 4.5 years old. I think of how many years you could have lived here with us. You hadn't even become a senior rabbit yet. But I don't want to focus on what wasn't lived, on what could have been. I want to focus on what was and on what you are. You were always our wonderful little one, so tiny, and yet, despite your small size, you filled our home and our lives with all your curiosity and unique personality. I remember the day you arrived here at home. You were the first one to come out of the carrier into your new space. You were our brave girl. At first, it was difficult to gain your trust. Just by smelling us, you would walk away. We spent a long time trying to get you to come to us with treats, and when you finally came close and we tried to pet you, you would walk away, making it very clear that it was always on your terms. And we respected that. We always wanted you to feel safe here with us. I managed to record your first flop here at home, followed by a yawn. That was just 3 days after you arrived here, and it was so rewarding to watch you feel more comfortable with each passing day. It felt very comfortable, throwing those little paws back, sprawling out on the floor. You showed off all your cuteness. You were so relaxed. You loved the sun. You loved sunbathing, whether sitting or lying down, facing forward, sideways, or backward. You found your spot in the afternoon sun here at home. Even better if it was on that black and white pillowcase. How you loved that pillowcase. It was your favorite from the moment I put it out for you. Your official name is Celine, but you had several nicknames. In Portuguese, Celine, Celininda, Patinha Maguinha, Patinha de Frango, Suricato, Marronzinha, Bolinha, Bigodudinha, Pitica, Pititica, Lion Queen e a minha narizinho, narizinho. When observing you and Bruce, some differences were very clear. You cleaned him much more than he cleaned you, but you never gave up asking him for affection. And despite his angry face, he loved you very, very much, and sometimes licked you too. When he decided to do that, he did it well. Your hair would shine from so many licks. Sometimes you even looked like the boy from Castelo rá Contrary to what someone might think after hearing that you were the first to come out of the box when you arrived here at home, you were actually more afraid than he was. You usually prefer to go to new corners of the house after seeing that he had already been there to check if it was safe. To the point that one of our songs here at home was Aonde o Bruce vai, Celine vai atrás. And sometimes we would imitate his voice saying, Bora, Celine, bora! As if he were calling you to come along. You felt much safer with him by your side. Sometimes the two of you were together and I would go to give you affection. You would wait until it was time for him to leave. As soon as he left, you would follow him. You liked to get close to him, and since you weren't spayed, there were times when you wouldn't leave him alone, to the point that he would run away from you. And even though he was the dominant rabbit, he would simply run away. He didn't need to express his dominance over you. At times like these, he would say, Celine, pelo amor de Deus, me deixe em paz, and run into his little house. You would jump with your feet parallel, while he would jump with his feet in a V shape. You would lie down with your feet parallel, and he would lie down with his feet in a V shape. You had this little triangular head, while he had a more rounded one. You had all this hair on your head. You were all furry. It even fluttered in the wind, while he was fluffier. You looked so tiny next to him, with those skinny little legs and that little nose of yours. Despite being the smallest, you were always the one who caused the most trouble around the house. You made a mess in that box, dragged all the part that was supposed to absorb the pee, and left that mess. Then I would clean it up and you would immediately go there and pull the straw out of place.
Eu não gosto assim, mamãe. Deixa do meu jeito, Gi. Que dificuldade, Gi.
Not to mention that you dragged straw all over the house because it stuck on the fluff on your bottom. The most charming fluff in the universe. You ruined my cell phone cable just with one simple bite. You chewed our sofa until the wood showed and I had to build a fence around it because you wouldn't leave it alone. You didn't like your bed the way it was. You wanted it completely flat. But you had to give in on that one. It didn't stay flat despite your efforts. You made it very clear when you didn't want something there, like when you threw my 3D puzzle on the floor for no reason at all.
Como tem razão? Eu queria atenção, mamãe.
But if you approved, it was fine. Then you left it in place, like when you inspected the Christmas tree and left it looking pretty as it was. You are the one who ate the wall and the soil from the plants. You have no idea how much my heart fills with joy knowing that I always put you and Bruce above these material things. For not getting angry or fighting with you for ruining a simple corner of the sofa. Of course, I always took care to make sure that it wasn't dangerous for you, and that's exactly why I closed the access to it. You were always jumping from one corner to the other. You ate like crazy. I don't know how you were so tiny. We even had to cut the greens into smaller pieces so you wouldn't eat everything and leave Brucey with nothing. You were always gobbling everything down. Hay, greens, fruit.
É de comer e mando pra dentro. Eu mando pra dentro sim, Gi.
Bruce was always a little more selective, so you were also our draguinha. You were so curious, and that was such an incredible quality of yours, minha pititica. You always wanted to see what we had in our hands, what we were doing. Not to mention the times I would go clean your litter box, and you would stay there the whole time to make sure everything was okay. No wonder your official job here at home was cleaning inspector. Everyone had a job here at home. You were the cleaning inspector. Bruce is the water guardian, and I am the ball picker. And there were plenty of balls to pick up, but even though you weren't spayed, you did your business right in the litter box. You also liked to drink water. You drank so much water that we used to say,
Eu sou hidratada. Muito hidratada.
and when you ate something that looked good, we would say,
Eu adoro. É muito gostoso. Eu adoro.
you had your phases where you liked to lie down in the house. Sometimes it was in your hidey, sometimes under my desk, or under the TV on the edge of the blue tunnel, on your pillow, or under the living room table, on the rugs in your base, on your pillowcase, of course, on the kitchen rug or the living room rug, on the red hidey, and even under the bike in our bedroom, which was one of your favorite places at some point. Depending on the phase, you preferred a place to stay and take your nap. And at one point, you even had a schedule. In the afternoon, you slept under the furniture and on the pillowcase, and at night, you went near the TV or under my desk. I already knew you were getting ready for the night when we went to sleep near the TV between me and Bundad. Although you usually wanted to follow Bruce, you also explored some places in the house by yourself, like when you climbed onto the chair by yourself, and it took us a while to find you. Do you believe you thought that to Bruce? Now, after you left, Bruce disappeared one day, and after a long time, Bundad found him in the same chair. He goes there regularly now. Another thing that you did a lot was lick our hands. After getting your morning fruit, of course, you would eat a little piece of pear and then lick all my fingers that touched that pear.
Mão com gostinho de pera? Eu adoro.
You taught Bruce that too. He never licked our hands, even when they were smeared with fruit. A few weeks before you died, he started licking a little bit my hand too. Now, when he does that, I can only remember you and how you are still present, even through things that Bruce does, but that he learned from you. Speaking of eating fruit, now I remember the time I recorded you eating blueberries. I think that was the time I laughed the hardest, just looking at how immensely cute and wonderful you are. What a delightful day to remember And what a joy to have that recorded on video, to revisit not only in my memory. I said so many times that you are wonderful, that even in your voice it came up repeatedly.
Eu sou maravilhosa. Eu sou uma ruinzinha e maravilhosa.
And when something happened that you might not liked it, you would always say,
Poxa, que rude.
in the cutest and sweetest way possible. You, Celininda, are one extraordinary being. For almost the entire time you were with us, even though you could go to the entrance hall, you didn't want to. You were so afraid. You would watch us when we came home from the second floor on the top of your blue Heidi. You were very curious looking at us, but you were too scared to go to the hall. For some reason that we still don't understand. We tried to get you to go there alone by offering you treats, but you went with such caution, leaving your back paws as far back as possible, I believe to feel safer that you were closer to the exit. You are so funny, my beautiful girl, and I find myself smiling as I remember all this. You brought so much life into our lives, my princess. With your little jumps around the house, with all your curiosity and energy, with your wonderful little face, with your incredible and unique way. I want you to know that I love you very much, absurdly much. You left us, but only your body. The body is the least important thing. Fortunately, it doesn't need to be alive for you to be alive. You are alive inside me, inside Bondad, and inside Bruce. We love you so much, minha petitica. So, so much. I will always remember you with endless tenderness, eternal affection, and indescribable love. Still can't believe you only spent 1 year of your life with us. It was only 1 year. You died 1 year and 2 days after you arrived here at home. Although I am immensely sad that I cannot create new memories with you, that I cannot have you here physically in my daily life, that I come home and still wonder where you are, that I look at empty space under the furniture and still think you will appear jumping from another corner of the house. Despite all this sadness, I'm very, very grateful for having had the privilege of loving you in your last year of life. I am immensely happy to have been able to win your trust, despite your prey instincts, which makes you naturally more fearful, and despite you being even more scared than Bruce, who is also a rabbit. I won your trust. I can see that you felt comfortable with me, that you enjoyed receiving my affection, on your terms, of course. And I am very happy about that. 1 year is so little time for how long I would like to share my life with you. But at the same time, it was such a meaningful, intense period. You have no idea how happy I am to have stopped and enjoyed the here and now with you. For being a little late a few days, just to say goodbye, or simply to refill your food and water. For being there to take care of you and to love you. For being available to you. For giving myself, for giving my love. And it came back in the form of your love to me. It is very comforting to know that in your last year of life, you had the whole apartment to yourself. You had space to play, plenty of places to sleep, different types of hay, fresh water, greens, and treats. You had toys to chew on, jump on, pull and spin. You had a good life. You had love and care. We don't understand the reason behind many things. I don't understand why it was your time to leave on November 8th, 2025, around 6 p.m. All I can do is accept that I did everything I could during the year to give you the best life I could, both in terms of things like hay, water, and space, but also in terms of my behavior towards you. I came to understand more and more that you didn't like being picked up, for example. and I reduced that to only when it was really necessary, such as to trim your nails or go to the vet. I came to understand how you prefer to interact with me, and I also learned a lot about respecting you and creating a bond of mutual trust, a bond in which we both enjoyed being together. Do I have marks on my knees from kneeling on the floor so much? Yes, I do. Do I now sit and lie on the floor in a way I haven't done since I was a child? Yes, that too. And the reason for this is because I am continually learning to interact with you in other ways. I love you so much. I have no words to express how much we miss you in our lives, but I am grateful for the time we spent together. I hope you lived that time with us and that you died knowing and feeling how much you are loved, my princess. And don't forget, even though we miss you, you will always be here with us. You will always be alive in our hearts and in our memories. I hope you are doing well in pet heaven. I hope you are jumping even higher with those parallel poles. I hope you have lots of couches to chew on, lots of grass, lots of treats to eat, lots of hay, especially your favorite hay, lots of water to keep you hydrated like you were here, lots of sunshine for you to enjoy that nice warm feeling on your fur. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. I hope you are at peace. I love you, Celininda, very, very much. And for me, I keep this image of you as your image of peace, with your eyes closed, warm in the sun, on your favorite pillowcase, just being you. Thank you for so much. I hope you are in peace. I love you immensely and forever.